Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Talib Bilal, faculty FMG. So today I'm here to welcome Dr. Saurav, who recently cleared his FMG Jan 2024 in a very first attempt with a score of 218. So congratulations, Dr. Saurav, from the whole AFMG team. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you so much, sir. Myself, Dr. Saurav Rai, graduated from State University. I have cleared my FMG exam in the first attempt with a score of 218.
That's great. That's great. What an amazing score in a very first attempt. So, Dr. Saurav, when did you actually start your preparation for these exams?
Sir, frankly speaking, I had read some of the subjects while I was in OSH, but I cannot consider it kind of like preparation. My real preparation started when I came in India in Delhi at Gautam Nagar, and
Okay.
there my preparation started.
Exactly. Right, right. So, Dr. Saurav, while entering into the Gautam Nagar, a lot of institutes are there. It's a hub of
Yeah,
FMG graduates, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
how did you got to know about this AFMG and what was the reason you joined this institute?
Sir, since AFMG has been one of the pioneer and the one of the oldest institutes
Okay.
in the Gautam Nagar, and one of my senior also, Dr. Ajay,
Okay.
already got a great score from studying from this institute. So it kind of developed a good understanding and good sense of belief in me that it is a genuine institute, and I was confident that I just need a push and good mentorship, and while preparing and while practicing my own things, we can achieve a good result.
That's great. That's great. That's great. So, what was your initial strategy after entering into the AFMG classes in Delhi? So, what was your initial strategy? Because very long classes, 8 to 9 hours classes of every day. So, what was your initial strategy after joining the institute?
My initial, my main, I must say, how I started was first I set up my goal that what I want to achieve actually.
Okay.
It was sure in my mind that I don't want to just pass. I actually wanted a kind of discriminant score,
That's
and
great.
for that. My initial strategies were that attend the whole classes with whatever amount of focus I can put into it,
Okay.
and afterwards coming to my home, just get into that revision.
Okay.
Whatever has been assimilated in the class, just get into that revision and put it in your brain
Okay.
and try to build up the concepts. And gradually it happened.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So how did you divide your time? Like after classes, you have been taking rest for a couple of hours, and then how much time you used to spend on MCQs? How much time you spend used to read the class notes again that has been delivered during the daytime?
Sir, since I'm not that kind of person that who can manage by dividing time frames, that
Okay.
for MCQs I need to do this much time. My main driving force was that my priority was that whatever I have read, I just have to revise it once, and whatever the time is left, so I will practice MCQs regarding those subjects. So that was the.
That, that's great. That's great. So you have made your mind in the beginning only that okay, I don't only want to pass this exam, but I want to score better, right? And that's what
Yes,
you
sir.
got it. That's great. So what is your take on AFMG classes, notes, faculties, support staff? How was everything? Like manageable?
Yes, it has been um, surely it has been played a very pivotal role in my preparations. AFMG, right from the faculties that AFMG bring, and afterwards the management of the whole classes and the timings, and most importantly the student batch that AFMG makes. These things discriminate it from that other institutes that already are running in Gautam Nagar. So I myself find it very helpful that batch of only 150 or 100 students, kind of give a freedom to all students to focus and to get grasp whatever teacher wants to teach them.
Exactly. And you can ask the doubts as many as.
Yes, sure.
Sure. So apart from classes, you had weekly grand tests, you have weekly subject-wise test. Yes?
Yeah, sure. AFMG used to conduct the weekly not weekly grand test, weekly test, subject-wise test,
And
and
monthly grand test.
yes, monthly kind of fortnight or monthly grand test they used to conduct, and it has got surely a good amount of Q bank and a good amount of that explanations and all. So it helped a lot.
That's great. So, Dr. Saurav, you finished your course on time and you had enough time for preparations, or like the time was not manageable? From the last, like to the before the 1 week of the exam, you were just studying. So, did AFMG completed your course on all the time?
Yes, it was like from AFMG side, whatever the things has been told to us that they will complete their courses on whatever the time frame. They have certainly completed it in time, well on time, and afterwards there were proper revision series that was going on, and that was also was very helpful for us. And apart from all that, there were very pivotal in between T&D sessions, test and discussion sessions. That was very helpful.
Right. So apart from main classes, right, AFMG has tests and discussions, quick revision sessions, rapid revisions,
Yeah.
standing sessions. So how should one use those things apart from the main classes?
Main classes kind of build or kind of give you the content that you require initially to build your pillars. And afterwards, these T&D test and discussion sessions kind of build a approach in you while attempting a question, how you should think or what approach you should get.
Exactly.
So it was kind of pivotal in my preparation mainly.
Exactly. That's what T&Ds are meant for, because class notes will just give you a confidence, right? And
Yeah,
while solving tests and discussions, you will learn how to approach to the question.
yeah,
That's great. So while having classes in AFMG, you might have some other friends who have joined other institutes, right? So
yeah,
ever
yeah.
thought that I should have joined that institute because the source is good over there, AFMG has not enough sources, or ever thought that the source is not sufficient, I should change the source, or you just stick to the same source of AFMG notes?
Being in Gautam Nagar, I must say that it is a kind of it is a very big challenge that all students face, kind of FOMO, that is my content
Yeah,
sufficient or not. So
exactly.
I must say, and I have been telling all of my students or all of my juniors who are there in OSH and other institutes also. So not to change their source, whichever source they are acquiring or going through, just stick to that one source.
Exactly.
And at the end, the thing that will matter that the more the number of revisions that you have done, so it will kind of create a photographic memory inside you, so that will help in recalling those things while sitting in the exam. So
Yes. So about revisions, how many revisions you had?
sir, my kind of what kind of preparation I do in that, I only managed to get 2 to 3 revisions of every subject, and some subject kind of preclinicals. I used to get 4 to 5 revisions. So mainly it was 2 to 3. Yes.
That's great. Okay, so how about grand test? How many grand, when did you actually started giving the mock test or the grand test?
I actually planned to give grant test from very beginning, right from the beginning, but certainly due to classes and all revisions and everything that was going on, I could not manage to give it. Still, I had the plans of 10, giving at least 7 to 10, but at the end, I could only manage to give 4 to 5 GTs. But
Okay.
still, at the end, the thing that matters is the quality time you spend in analyzing your GTs and analyzing your weaknesses. That helps. and that has been this.
Great. So while giving your first JT, you might have scored less in the beginning because in the beginning, when your concepts are just building, you start scoring between 150 to 160 or just 170. But later on, when you give two, third, and fifth JTs, your score will eventually increase, right? So while in the beginning, anxiety must be there, right? After giving JT,
Yes, sir.
and you were in a very first attempt, you never know question किस type का आता है, exam कैसा
Yes,
होता है.
yes,
Yes, you can listen from others, but what you see by yourself is the only thing you can believe, right? You cannot rely
yes,
on
yes.
other advices, right? So in the beginning, when you are giving GTs, you might have anxiety over there, stress over there, right? How did you tackle that situation? If I scored less, what should I do? What was your next approach after giving GTs?
Yes, I must acknowledge this one thing, that anxiety is a very integral part of this preparation, and
Exactly.
it will be with all of the students right from the beginning till the exam is done, and even after the exam is done, that we will pass or not, and everything, that what score we will get, like that. So anxiety remains, but the main thing that works is your aim, what you are aiming for, and your daily targets, what you have set up, and are you meeting those daily targets, at least 80 or 90% of those daily targets or not.
Exactly.
While if you will be achieving daily your daily targets, these anxiety levels will be gradually settled down. But
Exactly.
if any by chance or any one day or 2 day you could not manage to get your daily target, so then your anxiety level will be on the top, that oh, I am getting kind of like settling backwards or like that.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, you have to be more confident, and you will be only confident when you achieve your daily targets, daily goals, and when you
Yeah,
complete your revisions. And eventually,
yeah.
anxiety will go away, right? Yes.
Yes, yes.
So before 1 week of exams, right? What was your strategy? You closed down your books before 2, 3 days, or you were just studying before till you entered into the examination center?
Not like that. I had planned my last phase of preparation in kind of 15 days and the last 2 days, but certainly never the things happen in the way you plan. So my 15 days could not manage to revise my whole syllabus. So,
Okay.
anyways, I could only manage to revise my 7 to 8 major subjects only, and
Okay.
finally after that 2 days that I had devoted for the QRS session that I had attended from Dr. Omkar Sonamne, and
Okay.
that was really very helpful in giving kind of mental satisfaction to me, that yes, finally I have once gone through whole of the 19 subjects, and that mental satisfaction and confidence is the key that you require during sitting while sitting in front of the examination screen.
Exactly. Exactly. So while entering into the examination center, when you came back for the after the paper one, क्या था दिमाग में?
Yeah.
Okay, you did good. You should have studied much better. So what was your thought after giving paper one?
After giving paper one, actually, these things didn't even strike. I had already pre-planned my that mindset. After giving first exam, we didn't get that much of time
Time.
to kind of relax. So we got out and chilled with friends and just simply have some drinks and like that. And again, we get back into the second paper.
Second paper. So no discussions after paper one. इस question का क्या किया, उस question का क्या किया, right?
Yes, we tried to manage it to the less extent, whatever the possible was, but still there were some 1 2 questions that were thrown away here and there, and we had some discussions. But yes, you should avoid actually.
Exactly, exactly. Because it can create some stress again.
Yes,
You're
yes,
going for paper second, it can create silly mistakes, right? So after
yes,
paper
yes, yes.
second, while you came back, so how confident you were कि अब तो हो जाएगा 150 you will cross, but you crossed 200 mark, 218 you scored. So you were expecting the score between 218?
Yes, actually, not 218, but I was confident enough after even second exam that I will be passed, because while attempting my GTs during my preparation phase, there was kind of similar feeling that I only managed to get 40 to 50% questions which I used to know, or I can correlate with my concepts. And afterwards, whatever I used to score in my GTs also, that was purely kind of my approach towards all the new questions. Because in TNDs, we had been provided with a good approach and good mindset that every question in the exam will not be known, not even every question. 70 to 80% questions in the exam will be kind of that you haven't seen or even haven't heard. So
Exactly.
you must be ready with your concepts, and you must be ready to approach those new questions. So that helped.
That's great. That's great. So, which part of FMG you loved the most? You have a lot of courses,
Uh,
right? Which part
kind
of
of AFMG. I must say that I started my main journey from AFMG, and finished even the after like final phase of my journey also in the AFMG. So it's kind of hard or tough to comment that which single portion of AFMG, but still the management and the time settings and that batch creation of that less students, and finally these TND and QRS, everything was kind of perfect.
everything was kind
Everything
of
helped. Yes.
great, great. So, what will be your advice to the upcoming repeaters? For repeaters, what will be your advices? And for the freshers, what will be your advices?
I always say that repeaters, to all the repeaters also, and first of all, who all my peer mates have passed this exam. Congratulations to all those. But again, to the same time, to the repeaters, you have already, if you have managed to score between 120 to 150, so you have already those concepts. You have already everything inside your brain. You just need to go through some questions to build a certain kind of approach that
Approach.
is
You have a
required
clear
to.
approach.
Yes, yes, yes. So kind of mental endurance, if you will create inside you, that skill will certainly help you get through, not this just this exam, any of the exam. This skill
Exactly.
is required.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, a lot of students from OSH right now, your juniors, they have been like, okay, Dr. Saurav finally scored 218. So, juniors में क्या होता है ना, they will feel like, okay, if he can, we can also, right? We
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that, yeah, he was the same guy roaming around university, and we know back then how much we study over there. So, the final edge of preparation was the only thing that you did in AFMG, because
Yeah.
back then we are not that serious about studies. We do study very well, but we take it, okay, we will go to India, we'll have some coaching and we'll finish up and have a take. Okay, so what will be
In
your
my
advice?
scenario, actually, yes, yes.
Yes, 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 you can say.
In my scenario, actually, sir, there were a lot of kind of things that I was doing back there in OSH.
Okay.
So I could not manage to get that much of great time devoted to my studies, but still, there were some basic ideas that I was getting regarding this whole syllabus. That yes, these things I will be going to study in much detail back there in India. So, like that, I also tell my juniors also that at least you should get the good idea about this whole
Subject.
course, whole
Exactly.
syllabus.
Exactly.
And even if you could not manage to kind of get through that, recall those concepts, or get through whole things, a lot of facts are over there in this syllabus. So there is no need to worry. Still, you can achieve not just 200 if you have read at least your major subjects in back there in your institutes. And if you come back in India, in Delhi, and prepare hard, so you can even score in your lucky days 250 at least.
Exactly, exactly. So one should have a grip, at least one should study a bit basics. They should have an
Yeah,
idea from the beginning. So fourth and fifth year students, so the very good advice is that at least get some idea. Don't enter
yeah,
blank, right? So
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
easy to grasp. Right now, right? Okay. So about the social media while preparing, a lot of students are like Instagram band kar do, Snapchat band kar lo, movie dekhna band kar do, right? So what was your approach towards these things?
Right from the beginning, I'm not that much of that social media kind of person, but still, I used to interact at least bare minimum. But while preparation, I entered with the certain mindset that I'm going to delete my these social medias,
Exactly.
because anyways, if you go into one notification, it certainly end up
A
causing
very
harm
big
to your at
distraction.
least yes 1 to 2 hours at least while
Exactly.
scrolling over the reels and all. So I deleted, and whichever juniors and my younger brother or sisters are approaching me regarding this exam and like that. So I advise the first thing, first set your mindset, what you want to achieve, set your goal, and second, delete your social medias.
Exactly.
These
So
are
no
two main
distraction.
things. Yeah, no distractions.
The only difference I think between a guy who can score better and the guy who will just who couldn't pass because of like 2 to 3 marks, I think it's all the main role is that distractions. If you don't
Yeah,
have distractions, you will easily get this exam done because every one student is working hard for last 6 months. They have studied every single thing. But what is the difference is distractions. So no
yeah,
distractions can easily be you will pass the passing score, right?
yeah.
So, Dr. Saurav, what are the subjects you loved the most? You had a hold that, okay, this subject I can score better.
My strength, I must consider, are those subjects which usually other students feel kind of horrible. I
Okay.
don't know why these subjects became my strength, but still, at the end, these are the things that.
Okay.
So mainly, I had good hold on anatomy
Oh, great.
and coming towards the biochemistry
Right.
and even microbiology. At the end, I could not even manage to get even a single revision in the OSH back there in OSH, but coming in the Delhi in the AFMG Institute, Dr. Vikas himself teach the microbiology, so he is superb. So kind of revisions I get towards the end, so it kind of build a good hold for me and these subjects also. So preclinicals, I must say, was my stronghold, and even in clinicals, I had the good concepts. I guess
That's
so.
great.
That helped for me.
Yes, and preclinicals are very important. Once your basics are strong, you can solve medicine surgery very easily, right?
Yeah,
So your hold was preclinical and very quite like very strange that okay, most of the students are really horrible from anatomy. They
yeah,
skip either anatomy or they just do PYQs or previous year topics. So
yeah.
great, that's very great. So what will be your final advice? What will be your final advice?
My final advice to all of the juniors or the repeaters even, just the main key in this exam is not the content what you are studying, but the content, how many times you manage to revise, first of
Exactly.
all. And second, focus on not the number of revisions, focus on the quality of revisions. During your revisions, the amount of concepts that you build, so that things will going to help. And don't fall for the shortcuts or rapid things,
Exactly.
whichever is present on the YouTube and here and there everywhere. So please don't go for these shortcuts. These shortcuts might provide you 1 or 2 questions or 1 or 2 marks, but it eventually end up losing at least 10 to 12 questions that you might have attempted well if you get through revisions of your notes itself. So revise your own notes. If you have your handwritten notes, it is the best thing that you can do for yourself. But if you cannot manage, or anyways, if you are using some kind of printed notes, so at least you must have a good annotation of those notes, so that
Exactly.
it kind of not look strange to you while you will be doing your first, second, or third revisions.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a very good advice. And last question, Dr. Saurav. So why offline classes over online classes? Like we have very much of online platforms, right? Why offline
Yeah.
classes?
Online classes, you can get a good idea, but still in online classes, you will not be able to manage your proper kind of the time required for completion of these subjects in a time bounded manner. So first of all, this thing, and second, in offline classes, the kind of interaction you develop with the
Yeah.
faculties itself, and even faculties also used to tell some more extra relevant things that they simply cannot manage to tell in those online platforms because of kind of their marketing time restrictions on and like that. So offline is the yes.
So it was very nice talking to you, Dr. Saurav, and you have shared your success stories and honest reviews from you. It will help a lot of upcoming aspirants as well, right? So we are good to share this story to our viewers and to the upcoming aspirants. And once more, congratulations from whole AFMG
Thank you
team.
so much.
We are glad that we are the part of your success. And convey our greetings to your family as well, because you have scored an
Thank you so
amazing
much.
218. And I wish that you will keep the same pace for NEET PG and INICT exams, because you are the best. You're going to do the best. Thank you, Dr. Saurav.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.